Do you have floppy tutu syndrome? Apparently, our tutus are not stiff enough for you.
Time to stiffen up! So many comments, so we'll do it.
So basically we're here today to help you make your tutu stiff, because I know when you want to buy a cheap tutu,
They're really floppy.
they're really floppy, like between $15 and $30. You're not going to get that nice stiff pancake
Those
tutu.
are like $100.
Yeah, and you can only get those from like professional dance studios and dance stores and stuff. So we're going to tell you how to make a floppy tutu that you can get off Amazon, and we have some links below on where to get them, because all of you asked in our Black Swan and White Swan videos. If you saw those, they're here if you haven't.
Yeah, so we'll tell you where to get the floppy tutu and then how to make it stiff. It's really easy, so yeah.
This is the final project. You can see how it's like so stiff and strong. And all you have to do is put a little wire on it.
So yeah, let's start that now.
Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is get your floppy tutu, get a pair of scissors, some tape,
needle and thread,
and wire.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
That's the last part. We actually are a little sneaky people and cut our wire out of a witch's hat
But we got
from the dollar store.
at Halloween time. It was like $2.
Yeah.
But if you don't have that, don't worry. Just go to a craft store and get somewhat thick wire that
Very thick.
thick enough that you like it'll hold its shape, but you can bend it yourself.
Yeah, because you're gonna need to bend into a circle, or the wire that we had that was in the hats, it was so straight that like when you bent it, it had no choice but to go into a circle. So when you put your tutu down, you're gonna want to make sure that you kind of stretch it so it's a little bit more of an oval shape, kind of like the way you are, because you're not a complete circle. You're more.
Your hips are wider than your, hopefully.
Yeah, so you're kind of more of an oval shape, so you're gonna want to mimic that. So look where, make it into an oval shape, and then your wire is also gonna try to be in an oval shape. It's hard because it always wants to be in a circle, but circle and oval doesn't really matter, but make sure your tutu is at least in the oval.
Yeah.
Because most tutus have the longer layers on the top, and then underneath it gets shorter and shorter. So that's supposed to help it make it stay up, but let's be serious. When you're buying a cheap tutu, that's not gonna happen. So you're gonna flip it over, so you're looking at the bottom side, and you should be able to see that there's a thin layer of tulle.
The smallest layer.
Yeah, and you're gonna want your the wire circle to be just an inch away from the edge of the tulle.
Yeah.
So really close.
Yeah, so take your tape and tape the wire together so it stays in a circle shape, and then really all you do is just take your needle and thread and sew it on.
It's easier to pin it. That's what I did before, but today I just
Free-handed it.
Free-handed it, yeah. So that is how you make a
Stiff tutu.
stiff tutu. This was from my Mama Dukes. She came up with the idea when we were trying to make our Black Swan costumes.
Yeah, it's weird how it works that way. Like, it just holds it up. Physics, what are you?
I know. Well, if you think about it, it's trying to collapse, right?
But it can't because it hurts my brain.
I know.
But it works, so just do it.
Yeah.
So, like we said before, links below on where you can get a tutu for pretty cheap.
And you guys are really curious, we've got our Black Swan and White Swan costumes. This tutu, as well as my Black Swan tutu, I was a dancer, so those are actually dance costumes, which you can't even get if you want to. I couldn't get if I wanted to. It's kind of...
You have to get it through, like, your dance studio.
A dance studio. And that's also why they have the little butt things, which are nice. If you can find a tutu that has those, get them, because they look better, right?
But the one I had for my White Swan one didn't have that, and it worked just as well.
Yep.
And I got mine from, if you're in Canada, in Toronto, there's a store called Malabar's, and it's like a costume/dance store, and they sell tutus there for really cheap. So that's where I got mine, and it worked out great. So.
And we also, like we said, we have links below. And good luck. Let us know if you have any questions.
Yeah, hopefully we explain this well. Yeah, best of luck on everything, guys, and thanks for watching. Bye.